Hello, world.
Hello! We're here today again with L5R. Last week, against all odds, improbably, impossibly, some might say, Book, the Fox Clan archer,
Justice Fox.
became Topaz Champion.
I was stunned for once it sunk in, I had no idea what was happening. The GM gently guided me through what was happening. It was pretty great. I was really funny.
And then he promptly took all the praise and adoration and prizes that were going to be heaped upon him and said, "Actually, I just kind of want to hang out with my friends."
I just want to chill with these two rad women.
You know,
Theory going.
sounds like justice is needed in this general direction. Shazam, out. Peace.
That's right. That is right. And where our session starts today, the Topaz Championship is packing up, but we see Matsu Hatsuo. I've already begun kabuki posing. We see Matsu Hatsuo having an intense discussion with Akoto Shingatoshi, clan champion of the Lion Clan. As you tell him of your vision and the ominous portents that Matsu Hatsuo shared with you. And Shingatoshi, who is a quiet fellow, nods his head in understanding as you share the information of the Gaijin goddess which will cross the wall at some point in the future. And you ask him if, what's up? Should I tell the other clans? Should we get this going? And he looks very concerned. He tells you, Matsu Hatsuo, that he is going to travel to Toshi Rambo and discuss this ill news with the Shogun. I wanted to say Khan, but that wasn't it. He will discuss this information in your visions with the Shogun, and after that they will discuss. You will be summoned as well to discuss the future happenstance. But until then, you are to stay with Matsu and protect her. And he tells you that he has no doubt your claim will be taken seriously as you're a confirmed prophet. You've seen things happen on several occasions. So you've got a pretty good track record.
I am honored to be of any assistance in this, being that we have Governor Yogo here, and much that lays ahead to be done will involve the Scorpion mobilizing to join the Crab at the Wall. Would it not be wise to share with her now instead of after the Shogun is informed?
And little scene that didn't get to happen last session because you were on a different planet.
Oh, is she dead now?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
she's immortal. She's a goddess.
what?
Why suggest such a thing? Yogo Ami at some point invited you and Matsu Toyuya to her art festival in Zakotoshi. Because earlier this year,
Everyone else is going?
last year, she got a fabulous theater company from the Phoenix lands to join her art festival, and they're putting on a version of the legendary no play Matsu. And so she was like, hot butter on a biscuit. If I have Matsu watch Matsu, I'll be the greatest courtier ever.
Ah, and I thought it was because I gave such a great gift to their competitor. Shattered my little hope there.
You got
That's
that
cool.
advantage. And so he suggests perhaps it's best to do it in a proper courtier setting.
Of course. I will serve you well.
Good, because you're part of the family now. And he nods to you. Oh, he says it quietly. Take care of
Thank
Matsu.
you.
She is our clan's most precious treasure.
Yes, she is.
You look over and see her packing her own gear, and you shake your head. You have servants for that.
I would like to help her, but I should probably instead round up some people before they start disappearing.
Good idea.
Ah.
Kin and the Crab Clan have already
Not
left.
a song. What? Ken's already left?
Yep.
Ah,
Hi. Wait. Says the maid.
Yusuke Sala has already departed, but I was hoping to gather everyone who still has the helms for a quick conversation before we scatter to the winds here. Do you have a...
Yasuki-san hasn't left. He's right behind you.
Oh,
Because this seems like a conversation perhaps the player character should be on.
Nice.
I'm so glad that you're still here. Have you seen Miramoto Tenten?
Not recently.
She's meditating by the lake.
Maybe we should go join her. Question: am I aware that Justice Fox has joined the Helmet League for their upcoming quest?
Sure. You probably made that announcement.
He forgot meditation. Thank you, book.
I'm trying not to interrupt, but I just had to, and I was like, God damn it! Because I know that was a thing. Also, I wrote a note to myself in a whisper. Do I have the sword yet? Is it on my hip? And am I, like, supposed to break this thing over a rock? And then I made a duck face.
You have the sword. Yes, it is. No, you're not.
Awesome! Cool. Continue. Sorry.
Then my lady suggests that we visit Miramoto Tintin by the lake.
Excellent. And book. If you're here on this epic quest, you should probably join us since we're talking about the helms.
I'm probably trying to meditate nearby and just defaulting on 3 fucking void and just trying and
Are you
wondering
also
to
at the
myself,
lake?
why have I not practiced meditating more as I fucking am sitting at the lake with Miramoto 1010?
All right,
He's probably
Teaching you.
yeah.
let's do this. Let's do this book. Meditation roll off.
Nice. Oh god, is she going to actually school me in fucking No, you're not being quiet enough. No, you're not sitting right. I'm like, woman, I would be fucking sitting right if you had stopped nagging me.
No. Miramoto Tenten's thing is not eating for longer than you.
Meditation
I'm apprentice.
battles happen more often than Naijutsu battles. in this
Shit.
campaign.
Shit. Brace for 3D 10K3. No explosions. I think I did it right. Oh god. Oh, well, I passed technically. I think. Is it a 15 or a 20? It's a damn. She has 5 void?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Technically, she has 6 because she has a magic helmet, but
Question mark. Who wins if she duels the Kakita dude you keep asking us to duel?
oh, still the Kakita.
Okay. Constantly bored Kakita dude.
Yeah. 5 void doesn't beat 5 void and 10 Iijutsu.
Oh god. That's horrifying. Why would you do that, Chris?
Because he's a legendary duelist.
Maybe I would not.
He's only got 9 Iijutsu.
Oh, so he doesn't get the free raise. That seems like a poor choice.
But what rank of Kakita duelist and how many ranks of Kenshinsen does he have?
Oh god.
5 and 3.
Oh god.
So he'd be likely to beat me in a duel.
Nah, just throw your Wakizashi, you'll be fine.
And Shoshiro Jimin beat him in the Emerald Championship. Imagine how good of a duelist he is.
That is terrifying.
He probably cheated. Let's be honest here.
How dare you?
I approach Miramoto 1010 and I wait for her to recognize my presence. Unless that takes like an hour, in which case let me know before we get that far.
You approach a fox who appears to look like he's trying to be serene. And then you approach Miramoto 1010, who legit just has like birds sitting on her, like on her head and stuff.
Jeez. There's so much for childhood Jakushido.
Oh yeah, she Chris, you no
Got
longer
rid of
have
that.
that.
Woo!
Also convert that secret love to lost love.
Oh, what does that even do? I don't know. Terrified. I'll look it up later.
But she goes, with her eyes closed, she goes, "Ah, greeting, Matsu Hatsu, Yasuki Mitsuhide, and Doji Hinata." Doji Hinata's maid.
And we are graced with the presence of the new Topaz Champion as well.
Oh
I
yes,
just
I've been trying to teach him how to meditate. It is going poorly.
I just blink really quick and then I shut my eyes again and I just breathe.
When no one's looking, he like squints his eyes open.
I'm like, motherfucker.
I start as if I'm going to give him some advice, and then I realize nothing I could say would better prepare him than what I'm sure he's already heard 100 times from her.
I don't know, she's a bad teacher. She tried to teach Mitsuhide how to use that puzzle box.
Dragon, slightly obtuse at times.
Have some troubling information. Miramoto-san, I'm sure you're as familiar with this as I, but we have to tell you what we found when we were in the realm of the animals. So, through the void, echoes, emanations, persons from worlds that always were, never were, could have been, came through. There were thousands of Hatsuos and Tentens. Some were the grizzled Matsu general, husband of Toyua Matsu. Some were Phoenix or Scorpion or all of their life paths that could have or could have opened up to me. I assume Miro 1010 can tell you similar stories about what she knew about the other 1010s there. But in the vast majorities of all of their realities that were from, there is something in common. Very soon, there's going to be an army from the Ivory Kingdoms coming through the Shadowlands. It will break through the wall. It will destroy the Crab Clan. It will march on Toshiranbo. It will seize the capital. And those that survive will be forced to lay in hiding and to fight for their very existence.
The wall has stood for so long, I doubt that.
I appreciate your faith, but this is an army capable of plowing through the Shadowlands without having any difficulty. Your wall may stand against the Oni of the Shadowlands, but will it stand against the Destroyers? Indestructible suits of metal armor animated by the stolen souls of Gaijin from a foreign land.
That's what I thought.
So, the person I spoke to most, Matsu Hatsuo, a respected general whose life path has followed mine in all respects other than he's lived longer than me. Of all the worlds that were undone as a result of the invasion of the Destroyers, his is the one that sounds like has no difference from ours other than it's already further along. He talked about all these great battles he fought in and victories he's won and lost. But what he didn't speak of at all was us. This group of people empowered by the elemental dragons to fight for Rokugan. I would like to think that with forewarning, all the armies of Rokugan can organized and put this threat to the sword. But I have no faith that's true. I think what is different about where we are and where he was is us. And there is something, perhaps something that will only be revealed to us in time, that the champions of the elemental dragons can do. Some foe we can seek out, some artifact that we can recover that will allow us to be in the place and the time necessary to stop this threat from destroying Rokugan and unbinding this world into the void.
I'm not going to lie to you, Hatsuo-san. I have no understanding of precisely how what you just said works. I don't know anything about the spirit realms or any of that. Thus, I have no idea how to take this.
All he says is true, I can assure you. I was present for most of it. My head was, at least.
Cover my mouth and smile.
And Doji had nod to nod, and her maid says, My lady has gotten similar information from her own sources that such a thing could take place in the future. This is what she and Miyamoto Tenten and Kitsune Kurihito were seeking to prepare for.
Excellent.
If
So
you
long.
about this, have you passed that information on to the crowd?
I have relayed this information to my lord and clan champion. I have yet to have an opportunity to relay it to anyone other than you.
Then I suppose I shall have to be the messenger, though I know not what my word will carry as far as weight.
Are you kidding? Glorious champion of the crab? Sensei of the 100 Stances Dojo? Champion of the Earth Dragon?
Killer of
Whose
Mahu
weight could carry
Tsukai.
more?
I am all these things.
And somebody's walking by the lake and they go, Killer of Bog Hags? Savior of Emerald Magistrates? And he walks away.
Intimidator of magistrates as well. That was a hilarious role.
dude who makes Emerald Magistrates touch dead bodies.
So, unfortunately, I can't speak with any certainty about the particular day of their arrival. It would be my great wish that the Mantis or someone else might be able to send a fleet to the Ivory Kingdoms and scout out for the location of their army. But absent of that, it is my feeling that we have maybe a month, maybe a year, but not longer, until we have to face this foe at the wall, and failing that, face them in the Scorpion Lands, or Toshi Ranbo. In the meantime, I believe that we need to, with utmost urgency, locate your Ronin friend, as I say as I look over at Ken's character.
Friend, you say? More like adversary, but considering he does bear one of the elemental helmets, that may be wise.
Friend of opportunity.
Once all 5 of us are gathered, it's my belief that what needs to happen next will be revealed to us, much as what Miramoto Tenten needed to do to save Rokugan was revealed to her.
Oh yes, I will go ahead and reveal my secret. You all know this, but in character you now know it too, that your character, that your helmets all are imbued with like the power that you can basically have one wish granted by your respective elemental dragon. And she says it in a very artsy way.
Ah.
But you can entreat your dragon to perform one action for you.
Rub my...
That yours is gone forever then.
Hi. I fear I might have used mine prematurely.
Oh. I see. Well, nonetheless, you stand here as one chosen by the Void Dragon, and I do have the unfortunate news for the rest of you that the army of Darkfire will be returning after we are sufficiently distracted by the Destroyer army.
Great! Real glad I used the helmet then.
That being said, they were repulsed by our mutual actions, including Tenten's heroic sacrifice.
I've got to go meditate.
My clan duties call me to Zakutoshi, coming here. Look over at Ken's character, Yusuke. Where do you think we might start looking for our 5th companion?
Considering we parted on less than friendly terms, I have not yet been able to ascertain where he was headed.
And Doji Hinata bows, and her maid informs you that you needn't worry, for she will take care of that. There are many birds in the Empire which sing tunes for Doji Hinata.
Excellent. Then I believe the 2 of us are headed to Zakutoshi for an art festival. What will the 2 of you be doing? And then I look over at Book's character, the 3 of you be doing.
First, Miyamoto Tintin's left and is meditating a few feet away. First, my lady and her companions will be heading to the Asahina Castle of the Gentle Breeze, where they will be gathering information supplies for a secondary trip to the location that they desire. All in hopes of finding this Ronin in his home.
I see. And, Kitsune-sama.
Kitsune-sama, frankly, gives up on attempting to meditate as he's heard about apocalypse and the apocalypse that was averted beforehand and the earth-shaking wishes, and slightly thinks to himself, I might be slightly out of my depth here. This kind of escalated quickly. And then he thinks to himself, what would a good clan member do of the Wasp, and therefore of the Mantis clan? And he thinks to himself for a moment before saying, I will go where I'm needed. I will be at the hand of whichever person requires me to best fulfill my quest and duties in apprehending this gentleman and bringing him to the use of the Empire and Rokugan as a whole.
Excellent. I would be happy to have you accompany me. But before we begin to pack all of our things, it strikes me that you have a master who's in incredibly good mood at the moment, riding a horse back at camp. Might he know a Kobune captain or two who are interested in swinging by through the Ivory Kingdoms and reporting back anything they find, especially in a large army on the march somewhere between here and there?
I pause for a moment and I quietly consider, GM, whether or not there is a way in Rokugan that I can phrase that without raising suspicion.
No.
Fuck. So my character looks over to the Phoenix Lion Phoenix, and he says, in this matter, I believe that secrecy may be given way to urgency. There is not a way within my skills that I could subtly ask him to do this task. If that is not a problem, I will do so, however.
The entire empire will soon be at war, unless you're concerned with your clansmen who will, by necessity, find out about this task being traitors to the empire. I have no concern with all loyal samurai knowing about this.
I pause for a moment, wondering whether or not he was insulting me, but I'm going to take it on good faith that he wasn't, because I'm not ready to go there just yet. And I bow a little bit and rise from where I was kneeling, trying to meditate as Miss One with Nature over there is outshining me. And I'm just like, fuck. And I say, I will attempt to convince him, if you wish, and there is no further business for me at this point in time. I can leave immediately to ask him.
Thank you. That's my etiquette roll to make it not sound like I'm trying to impugn all of the Mantis, merely stating matter-of-factly, all loyal samurai can know this. We're soon to be at war.
Cool, not calling us all traitors. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna go, because I'm pretty sure he was just saying, no, I don't need you anymore. So he's gonna just bow to the three? Doji. The maid doesn't count. All of them. And then make his way over to the Mantis guy, who is probably pretty fucking hype with me right now.
That was Doji's role to tell you that you're not taking him with you.
That was Doji's role to say that I don't get Kitsune?
Yep.
Aww. We're splitting the party?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I peed on this bush. Back off.
Fair enough. I was said I'd be honored to have him with me, not that I demand him.
I get you.
Wait, so how does the maid realize that the... Never mind. It's weird. Psychic cranes.
They're trained. They have schools. They were raised together.
There is an interesting technique, I can't remember what it is, that allows nonverbal communication.
Trippy.
Yep, I think like rank 2 for Doji Courier just like teaches them sign language.
Jesus Christ. Sign language with facial expressions and like deploying of fans.
Yeah. Ooh. Let me delete that picture. Perfect. Shiba Akira was holding up an Emerald Magistrate's head instead of a fan. That was funny. No one else saw it. And neither can people on YouTube because for some reason it's just impossible for me to record video now. So we're gonna jump ahead a little bit, guys. We're gonna jump ahead. You had the conversation with your esteemed lord, whose name I know.
You're a
off the top of my
Tomo.
head.
I just really wanted one brief moment of him walking around like he's the hottest thing ever while he's of stuff. He's like, I got this lion, I got this horse.
He is tripping animals. He's got like an invitation to, what was it, City of the Rich Frog? No, it was
City of Pleasure.
City of Pleasure. Which is that the opium place? No, it's the
It is now. We made some changes.
Oh God.
There's been some
One of-
remodeling.
Oh God.
Severe changes.
All right. He's got a lot of swag basically, as is only proper for a mantis.
You asked him about it. He wrinkled his forehead and he's like, "The fuck you talking about?" However, you do have a little bit of clout now because you're the Topaz champion. And he was like, "All right, I'll think about it once I get back from vacation."
Oh my God.
Sorry if I don't take the word of a phoenix. But you know, he's open to the idea, and if he smells profit, he'll probably be in for it. But right now, he's just really all about riding that horse to Zakatoshi. And so we jump ahead 1 week. Group A,
Loses a point of glory.
Matsu Hatsuo. Yes, everybody lose a point of glory.
Can I gain a point of glory? Oh, did I gain any glory or honor for the fucking
You gain an
winning the
entire
Topaz Champion?
rank of glory.
Oh, sweet. Any honor? I know I lost some for beating the shit out of the Scorpion.
I don't think so.
Oh, rip.
And
All
then
right.
Also, every time that you gain an insight rank, you gain a full rank of glory.
Oh, sweet. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I have 3 glory now. Sweet. Do I gain
Also-
any status for being a Topaz champion? Maybe.
You turn down status to wander around the countryside.
True. That's just
Shit.
something.
All right.
Doji
fair enough.
Hinata snickers as she looks at your status.
God.
Got
damn
another
it,
one.
Courtier.
I
Currently
have-
keeping the man down.
I have a whole 4 ranks of status.
Good lord, man. Aren't you the
Yeah, he
same
could
as
have
the
been a
Emperor or something?
4.5 status Emerald Magistrate who gets to train at the Kakata Dueling Academy. Instead, you're having your wandering year.
Fuck.
You're a lazy high school student who's just not quite ready for college.
I want to tell you, look, when my stipend comes in, I will be full of dosh.
I mean, you're a Yasuki. I would assume you'd be full of dosh.
2 weeks, Ken. 2 more weeks.
He with 6 ranks of wealthy from Clearwater Village.
Oh my, how much does that come out to?
Considering
9.
by your initial stuff by your status, I'll be getting over 100 koku.
Oh god.
All you
Alright,
have
so
to
you
do
just-
is live
like-
2 more weeks, and then you can just buy the co-lot.
Here, have a conspiracy.
Just push a pile of money
the
towards
master coin is also from Clearwater Village.
Yes.
I am.
I wonder if it might be that I might be closely associated with by accident.
All right, Group A is Matsu Hatsuo and Yasuki Mitsuhide. They, along with another cadre of samurai from Sumi, are arriving at Zakutoshi momentarily. Over the week, you've visited several villages, and you've gotten some information about the Empire, which is flips open journal. All right. A lot of the horses in the Unicorn Land have been getting sick lately, especially along the border with the Scorpions. And so now that winter's over and the War of Darkfire's over, there's small skirmishes being fought along the Scorpion Unicorn border. It's mostly Unicorn clan raiding into Scorpion clan lands. And the Unicorn have been like severely depleted after the War of Darkfire, so they're really not about a big war. And the Scorpions know that, so they're really fighting this one in court, because they think that they don't think there's a lot of gusto behind this particular thing, so they can cut it off quickly by some clever negotiations. So that's what's going on north of you guys. Also, the Master Void in the Phoenix Lands fell ill and died.
Yes.
Several days before all 5 masters were supposed to meet in Isawa, queued in to discuss something important about the Empire.
It's cool. We all know who the next one's going to be, Ken.
It's currently undecided which of his Tensei will be chosen as the Master Void. That insight rank 3 asshole? Maybe. And that is all. That is it so far. And along the way, Ken, you have been pulled aside by your daimyo one day camping along the road or something, and brought into his fabulously lavish tent. No hot springs this time, I'm afraid.
What, he can't afford a portable hot spring? What kind of Yasuki is he?
He can, but just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And he goes, "Oh, please sit.
Very rich.
Have a taste of Happy Traveler sake."
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It seems like a very nice sake. I haven't gotten much of a taste of it yet.
He goes, "Indeed, I got it for 5 koku."
Oh,
So distasteful talking about things like this.
oh, come now. It's perfectly tasteful.
Hatsuo looks
both-
over at the tent and you just see like stink lines coming out of it. You're like,
Hey, Ken gets honor for ignoring the dishonorable action of talking and bragging about money.
Yeah.
Does that count when I'm of a school that does not lose glory or honor for talking about money?
Oh, well, that's silly. Okay.
Do you think there's like in ninja school, there's just like that one kid that looks out the window and doesn't pay attention? He just has like 10 honor. Because he's just like ignoring whatever the teacher says.
Yes.
Sweet. Anyway. Then he gets alternate school and becomes a Matsu and kills everybody in one hit. Great kid. Anyway. Roll your stamina for me. You lightweight.
Let me see here. Where are you, Stamina?
Yes. Yes. You're fine. And he goes, "Now I'm afraid. I know you were so looking forward to this art festival in Scorpion Lands. However, I'm afraid I must, God, what's it called when people, like, take over a vehicle for government reasons?
Commandeer or divert?
There we go. I'm afraid I must commandeer your vacation for some important, business for the war effort.
That is perfectly acceptable. I live to serve.
Excellent. The Carpenter Wall has been very quiet as of recent, so as you know, a massive assault will soon begin. And this time we are prepared. We're gathering our resources and marshaling everything we can to the defense of the walls. However, one thing our supplies seriously lack is a supply of opium. We are in desperate need of this medicinal, of this for medicinal purposes. And we've tapped all our sources so far. This is where you come in, Yusuke Mitsuhide.
I plan to negotiate to try and increase our supply while I'm in Zakutoshi.
Yes, sir. There's a mysterious figure within Zakutoshi, known as Tadakatsu.
Oh, yeah.
And it's rumored that he has control over all the opium which flows through Zakutoshi. You must find this Tadakatsu fellow and negotiate a deal for us.
Sounds like he's a rich and influential man.
Handsome, too.
Oh,
I hear his wife loves him. Indeed, he is a... Well, not much is known about him. I have attempted to ask Yogoami about him on several occasions, but she seems to shy away from the topic.
well, you know how the Scorpion are, though. That does seem odd, considering Yogo Abe has seemed like a more upstart Scorpion than the usual.
Hai is quite strange, but I would not put it past her for it all to be an act. The Scorpion are very fond of overcomplicated and pointless schemes.
I can't say that I have had significant dealings with them thus far.
Indeed, well,
Other than
prepare yourself.
brief, other than the brief moment that I did last time I was at Zakutoshi. But that was more other business.
And your girlfriend. Well, very good. While you do this, I will be negotiating with Yogo herself to discuss shipping, tax, and much less interesting business affairs, but equally vital to getting supplies to Crablands and to Clearwater Village itself. Yes, Chris?
I said wife for Ken.
Oh my goodness. Maybe.
Damn. That's ominous.
Any questions before I send you on your way?
Maybe not so much a question as a statement. There was concern expressed by another bearer of these wonderful helmets that there may be a significantly larger attack than even we anticipated coming. I do not know how they take the place in this, considering it's spiritual matters that I have no real understanding of. But I feel it is my duty to pass that information on.
He nods his head. He says, I myself am hesitant to trust anything that comes from a realm other than our own. However, you are a most trusted warrior of the crab, and I would not flake your advice on my own personal preferences. I will take this into consideration and pin several letters tonight, sending word to my fellow daimyos. Do you have any information on the nature of the attack? While we're at it?
So supposedly the original source is from the Ivory Kingdoms, daring to march across the Shadowland. I do not know.
Impossible. None could make it across the Shadowlands intact.
I only know what I was told. I cannot comment further. None of this is things I have foreseen for myself. But the last vision that I did receive from a dragon did prove true.
He nods. That makes what you say all the more disturbing. Either they have found a way to negate the taint of Jigoku, or they themselves are aligned with it. Very well, be on your way. I shall pin those letters all the more feverishly now.
Bow and exit gracefully.
As graceful as the champion of Earth can.
I love the telephone game of what I heard, what I said, what Ken apparently decided to share, and then now what is this guy going to put in these letters?
To be fair, that is exactly how Yasuki would probably do it. He does not understand.
No, everything's perfect. I'm just amused. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, Yasuki only has 2 intelligence. He's not very bright.
Before we head into Zakutoshi, we're going to spend a scene with Kitsune Kurihito,
Huzzah!
who presently,
Justice!
along with the 2 coolest girls in this empire, except
Really?
for the fetus boiling up within Shigetoshi's womb, Shigetoshi's wife's womb. You are currently being toured through the Castle of the Gentle Wind in Ashihina lands. And presently you are overlooking a serene lake which connects to the moat of the Castle of the Gentle Wind. It is a perfect mirror of the sky above. You see within its crystal clear waters, the sky perfectly reflected, and as the water stretches onto the horizon, it perfectly matches the sky and mirrors too, and it is a serene beauty that is unmatched anywhere else in the Empire. This last week or so in the Crane Lands has truly spoiled you.
I'm basically wondering where the hell the bandits are, and I'm trying very hard not to ask where are the bandits, because I'm like expecting there to be like pirates and bandits and shit, and I'm like, no, seriously, where are the bandits in my head? And I'm like looking around every now and then, I'm like, this is too serene. Come on, where's the crime? It needs to serve justice.
Where's the fun? And you were being led around by the major domo of the castle. There's another word for it, but and he's telling you the history of the lake and about
Steward.
The steward, yeah, about the water spirits with that rest within it are the most serene in the Empire, according to them. You're accompanied by Miyamoto Tintin. Doji Hinata has disappeared with the lord of the castle, and they are in intense discussion. But you are currently being toured across the walls. They point towards the towers and the observatory, and you're like, oh, yes, beautiful. And it's like, it is up there that clan champion of 1102 painted his masterpiece about the serene beauty of the landscape. And you're like, boy. Somewhere in the courtyard.
I am thinking so hard, why the fuck am I here? Like, where aren't we supposed to be hunting people? Why am I being toured? Is this some sort of diversion? Should I be suspecting something? Every now and then I shoot a subtle look over to Miyamoto and see what she's up to.
She's a very serene person, and it's very hard to discern what
God
she's thinking
fucking
about.
damn it. There's justice to be done.
There is justice. You are... your red hair matches your temperament.
Somewhere innocents are suffering. Crimes are being done.
But you're kind of soothed by the biwa music coming from the courtyard.
Well,
As
that
you
Biwa's
guys-
pretty pimp, though. That Biwa's pretty great. You know.
As you guys travel over the walls, the steward motions towards the courtyard, which you guys are overlooking. And down in the courtyard, there are dozens of young ladies with various dyed hairs in their archery outfits. You know the one. The skirts and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Google, help! uh...
Well, dozens of these girls, and they're all...
Okay, got it. Yeah, I've seen that. Okay, yeah. Alright, so I'm like, alright.
They're all taking their paces and shooting some very skilled shots across the courtyard into their targets. And he says, "These are this is one of the dojos for the Ashihina archers." And the steward looks at you and smiles, and he says, "What some claim to be the most talented archers in all of Rokugan."
Poker face instantly. I am just gonna fucking... No, I'm not even... If you will permit me, I would like to jump the gun and roll etiquette to say, indeed.
Go ahead.
And not fucking go... Just start fucking laughing at this guy or going... So, how many raises does the Saruchi-trained fox mantis need to call not to fucking laugh and commit like 3 etiquette breaches right now?
I'll give you a T and a 15 not to freak out, but if you want to have a supreme,
All of
willpower, you can call additional reasons.
Okay. Type. R. You know what? I'm gonna call 30.
Damn.
This is some heavy shit, and I need to try hard. Wait, what was this? The vassal family of Siguru. That's pretty cool. What is the Four Winds era? Shigenju uncovers. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Oh,
Maybe your dad was one of those.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Thank you. So I'm gonna call it 30. Not 30 raises. I'm gonna call it a 30. Because, wow. And I'm gonna void point because, did you seriously just say that to my face? And how do I roll this? 6. Okay, so it's gonna be 8d10k4r exclamation point, I think. Yeah, okay, I think I'm good.
I'm so glad we wasted that roll.
That was gonna be like my next arrow shot. God damn it. So basically,
Side note, have you considered keeping the 4, the 2, and the 2?
I wonder what would happen if I actually did that. Would I just like double over laughing as with all these archers trying to practice?
But
These archers may be better than you.
You keep perfect
Me,
on,
not
and he
G.
sort of cocks an eyebrow at you and gives you a slight nod of respect as he acknowledges that he really expected that to either rise out of that, but you're like, oh, that's very interesting. Yeah. So you gain a little
Some
bit
say
of
this who, I wonder.
yeah. He's like, all right, you can hang around the castle. You're all right. And seeing that you have managed to perfectly keep your on, he says, would you care to be present for the instruction?
What is a tactful way to say I don't give a shit? Where's the fucking evildoers?
I don't think
Like,
Verbatim, I believe.
Yeah.
The urge.
No, I'm afraid I have urgent business to attend to with Miyamoto Tent.
Ah, thank you. Yes, I believe I have urgent business to attend to, and I will swiftly be seen again. Duty does call, after all.
Oh, of course, of course. Look, here comes Doji Hinata now. And she
Turn. Poker face.
she bows to everybody and bows to the steward. My lady wishes to know if you've had a pleasant tour so far.
Poker face again. It was very enlightening.
Very good. It is Crablands to which we head, a mining town near the Twilight Mountains. Our target seeks an object deep within a mine, and that is where we will find him. My lady is assured of it. And Lady Doji Hinata hands you a scroll.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
And when you accept it, Miyamoto
Yeah.
1010 does the scroll. And oh no, I couldn't possibly. No, my lady insists. That whole thing.
The three things, and like, I don't know, fuck it, give it to me.
All right, lose a point of honor for that.
Cool.
But when you open up the scroll, it is travel papers signed by the Otomo Daimyo.
To Otomo. Wait, what?
Yeah, granting the bearer of the scroll free access across the empire until the date of blah blah blah.
I guess that's why it was the Otomo. Okay, then.
And as you you hold this in your hand for the first time, maybe in your life, you're like suddenly overwhelmed by an intense sense of freedom that you've never really had in your life before, even on the sea, even in your forest. You're like, damn, I can go anywhere. That's pretty rad.
All the better to dispense justice, I think in my head, really loudly. Briefly lose cool as I gain a infinitesimal amount of excitement. Just maybe like this brief flash of light in my eyes and like, justice! In my head. As I'm like, okay, reel it in. On. Quiet, justice. Justice, but quiet. Okay, we're good.
Miyamoto Tinting gives a small whistle when she reads the documentation that she's been presented. She goes, that's a mighty high stamp to be handing out, Doji Hinata. And Doji Hinata nods, and her mate says, my lady's mother is, or my lady's aunt is married to a high-ranking Otomo.
Oh, of course she is, I say in my head.
And she nods. It says, then we should be on the way. Don't you think, Hinata, if we have the information? And Doji Hinata nods and looks to you to see if you're ready to depart.
I
Castle the Gentle.
positively am vibrating with intense energy to dispense a walk along a road. And possibly justice as well, you know. I'm like, I wish a bandit would at this point.
Well, there may be a surprise in it for you, if that is your want.
Fingers crossed.
It shall be given to you. But until such a time, we arrive at Zakotoshi. Ken is familiar with Zakotoshi. Oh, before we go into Zakotoshi, just give Hatsuho a little bit of information, just a little bit more expanding on Doji Hinata. Not Doji Hinata. Yogo, Ame, as you know her, what information you guys have been updated with since you last met her. 1 year ago, she adopted the city of Zakotoshi, at which point she began, nobody really knows this, but all like the city plans her brother had for Zakotoshi, she started to enact, the ones that didn't involve brainwashing people.
Because she couldn't do those anymore.
Yeah. So everybody's seen her
resources.
as like a surprisingly good courtier for like, you know, like, man, she really knows about cities and stuff. This is surprising. She's a Shugenja. How weird. So she's been looking a lot
As
of
if
free
she
credit
can
from that.
cast spells to make her competent at anything she wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Then 6 months ago, she came upon a vast fortune as well as a small legion of Ronin that she managed to. Longtime listeners might recognize this as Ogin's army. they brought a great trove of treasure from the Twilight Mountains with them, and Doji Hinata convinced them to, instead of giving that treasure to another source, to give it to the Scorpion clan. In exchange, she would make sure that they are all indoctrinated into the clan itself. And so over the winter, she spent the time, making them full-fledged samurais, giving them armor and weapons and stuff, giving them a really bad stipend because they used to be Ronin, so they don't know any better. They get a hot meal and they're pretty psyched to do whatever, so that's great. But a lot of them used to be bandits and such. So they spent the winter basically like pumping them for all the information they could about various like bandit groups in the Empire and everything. And then once the snows thawed and the roads were walkable again, she like began systematically destroying like every group of bandits that she knew about within her province. And this includes like all the pirates along the river and everything. So suddenly the River of Gold, at least her section of it, is like extremely, it's like immaculate. And the whole province altogether is looking pretty for crime free, except for the forest killers, because they are indomitable. And after that, she began selling information to the other clans about the locations of certain bandit groups in their empire as well. So that's what she's been up to. 1 year ago, she was like almost completely unheard of within the Scorpion lands, and now she's just like this really big rock star. So that's what you know. And now you come to Zakotoshi and its wonderful, beautiful whitewashed walls, reminiscent of Toshi Rambo, the city it's modeled after. And as you're in this kind of convoy with several other important personages, Doji Hinata turns to you guys and gives a grand smile as Zakotoshi comes into view. And she says, now for all those who this is their first time to Zakotoshi, as governor, I wish to offer some advice so that you may get your most out of your visit to my fair city. Say no to nothing, say yes to everything, and just deny yourself no pleasure, and you will never forget the time you spent in Zakotoshi. And Toyuya Matsu, Mr. Matsu Hatsuho. She's trying to keep a straight face, because that's what the senseis say she has to do. But she's kind of vibrating with energy, as she is very excited. This place is a little bit legendary, and she gets to have some fun, and she's pretty darn excited about that. So with that introduction, you guys... I didn't look this up. I'm a fool. Talk amongst yourselves.
My lady, the city is yours. What would you like to do? I say as I turn to Toyuya.
And she says, I wish to see that play. It will bring much interest to me. The play is on the second day of the festival.
That's going to be tomorrow. In the meantime, why don't we get settled and then explore the city?
Sounds good to me. Okay, found it. As you guys approach the gates, you see there is a large statue carved out of a intensely dark-looking rock that stands off to the side of one of the main gates. Let's see, you're coming from the east. Do I still have my Zakotoshi knowledge locked in my head? No, I don't. I think this is Daikoku's gate, if I'm right. I know the one that faces the Shinmen-Mori Forest is Naga's gate. Anyway, this statue made of intensely dark stone is a statue to the fortune Sadahoko, the fortune of geisha and artists. And it is got fresh flowers. It is several times taller than a human being. It's got a large bouquet of flowers in its stone hair, freshly placed. It's got banners draped over it, welcoming all those who have the poetic spirit and a heart full of honor to Zakotoshi.
I stop and pray and recite a quick poem for the fortune.
And Ami nods and smiles, and she says, "Very fitting, don't you think? There's nowhere else in the Empire so blessed by her herself."
You have a amazing city here. Question: did our characters? So we were invited to attend this event. I assume we were given nice lodgings, or is the Lion Clan securing that on our own? What's the plan?
Ooh.
We staying in the governor's palace?
Oh man, God. Ooh. You guys definitely are. You secured some governor's palace lodging. Yusuke Mitsuhide, though your invitation came first, it was a simple invitation to the soiree. But worry not, Yusuke Jin has prepared some suitable quarters for you.
Good.
The Starry Night Inn, I believe, is one of the major inns. God damn, all this Akutoshi knowledge back in use.
It
It's a
is.
shame we ever let that game end by horrifically ending all the things.
By wrapping up loose ends. It's a shame. Bayushi Uriel jabs Yusuke Mitsuhide in the ribs. Have you had much experience with geisha? Yusuke Mitsuhide gains honor by politely ignoring her.
I think I just had things go weird for the Skype call. Did you hear anything that I said? And did you say anything in response? Because things went robot-y for a bit.
No, we didn't hear what your response was.
Which is why we gave you honor for politely ignoring her.
Oh. Okay, how much do I gain?
Okay, no. Let's hear that response first.
Remind me what that.
Bayushi Uriel jabs you in the rib and asks if you've had any experience with geisha in your time.
I haven't been to many geisha houses before.
That's a shame. You should go to the Slippery Eel, finest geishas in all the city.
Surprise. Send me that direction.
I don't know, Ken. I don't know what you just said.
Surprising you would send me that direction.
Oh, well, you know, you're just such a... She looks away dramatically and says, Yusuke, I believe we established quite firmly that our torrid affair was never meant to be.
She's a scorpion and a woman. This is a double test.
Yeah. I am so screwed.
You are all of the screwed. You're not cut out for this. No amount of being a courtier in the Crab Clan could save you right now.
I'm not even really a courtier. I've taken 2 Bushi alt paths.
You're just fucked. I'm sorry. Wow.
I mean, I rolled 6k3, but I don't think that's enough.
Void point! Do it for love. Do it for the poon.
The Seppoon. Alright, thanks everybody.
The dad puns are real.
Perhaps I'll see it, perhaps I'll not. We shall see.
Alright. You shall be missing out, though, if you don't. Greatest massages in all of Rokugan. And that's when you guys, the gates are opened, the gatekeepers happily greet Yogo Ami, bowing to her deeply and opening up the gates for you, the mantis, the crabs, and the lions. Our little wonky group. And Zakotoshi is opened up to you guys in all its splendor. This is a city that Itsuki Mitsuhide's experienced before, but even now it's a bit different than you remember it for Matsu, Hatsuo, and the others. This is a city that just has such an air of fun and joviality about it that you really can't believe it. This is Nikesake, very clean city, very nice, little stuffy with all its scholars. This place just looks good, clean, maybe a little dirty, fun. As you guys...
How many hats do I see?
No hats. Very few hats.
Excellent.
As you guys go past the whitewashed walls, your experience with lanterns are strung from every building, and so are banners and other artistic works as the festival is ready to kick into gear. You pass several geisha houses along the way, and lounging out on the patio or at tea tables are just the most gorgeous creatures you've ever met, in brightly colored and beautifully made kimonos with stylishly kept hairdos impossible to anyone whose job wasn't to maintain a impeccable hairstyle. The painted faces of the Mikos and the demure looks of the more experienced geisha greet you as you walk by, and man, you're just really happy. There's a few of the male geishas who see Matsu walk by, and they flex for her, and she's like, oh, blushes and turns away. Things are very nice here. However, one thing that you guys don't really like is this is possibly the most modern city in Rokugan, and people don't really know what personal space is and are perfectly okay with people bumping into them and expect you to be too. So you're getting quite jostled as you're walking through here. Yasuki knows the deal. Yes.
So, one, do I get a slightly wider berth because of my hat?
You certainly get some gawkers. But yeah.
And then two, I'm just constantly making assumptions, including that we probably have a dozen hangers-on, most of whom are probably trained as bushis just because of who my wife is, and they're just background scenery, but they probably force people to give us a berth.
Yeah.
Is that not correct?
Yeah. Good enough.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. My mental image was disrupted when you said everyone's bumping up against me. I'm like, don't we have a mob of people keeping that from happening?
They're bumping up against the mob then.
Excellent. That's fine. That's what the mob is there for.
Kim, we're gonna have to sort out that internet one day.
Yasuki is glorious enough that there is actually a chance that ordinary peasants with 2 intelligence, with no ranks in heraldry, might actually recognize who he is.
'Tis him, the gilded rock crab.
I have 10 glory.
Dear God.
Yeah, F that, first of all. I justified it because
from
you're...
my cat meowing just to say, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? You have 10 glory.
I do.
How the fuck? Isn't that the same thing as an Imperial Herald?
No, that's like the same as the Shogun.
Oh my god.
He's predicted the future a few times. He's kind of...
Jesus fucking Christ.
Plus, my mom's kind of a big deal,
Yeah.
especially about the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Great woman.
When was it that I referred to her as Forehead Sama?
Sama's right.
Forehead mama. Anyway. Alright, I'm on fire today. Hey! So, all the important people, not Mitsuhide, are escorted to the governor's palace. And as Mitsuhide is going, Yorimoto gives you a shout and says, "Don't think I've forgotten about our duel! It will be forthcoming, I assure you."
Can I make my intimidation check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I want...
You fucking what, mate?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason for this. I can actually gain a benefit from it. Anyway, hopefully you put up more of a challenge than the Dark Oracle of Fire.
Oh my god. Roll it.
That'll give most people pause for thought. Fucking void point that shit. That's pretty great.
Let's see here.
Do it, Ken.
Willpower intimidation against willpower etiquette. I will void point it because I should.
It's cinematic. Also ignore my cat yowling in the background. I'm sorry. Oh! Dang! Bet you glad you void pointed, huh?
It's
Yeah.
a good thing. Well, let's see what I would have gotten without that.
Less.
39.
Yeah, I quite made it.
You know, he has that finger pointed towards you, and then you say that, and you see the finger go. And he goes, "Right. See you later."
What do you get from that?
I hope a point of glory.
The first attack I make during a skirmish, assuming that I do the traditional 100 stances dojo form of combat, I get 1k0 on that attack.
Could be helpful.
I am debating whether or not to do an actual duel instead, because I actually, well, then again, I do have 3 agility now, so maybe I'm not so shit at that.
And
Never needed these before.
one moment, please. I must use the restroom.